Tucker Carlson confirms an interview with Vladimir Putin in Russia. The European farmers' uprising is reaching new levels with new countries and more people joining the farmer rebellion. And the crown has announced that the king has cancer. These are what we're going to talk about in today's video. But first, if you're looking to join the Conscious Crypto Academy, we're going to be starting a new coaching container in March. So if you're someone who's been meaning to get into crypto and been putting it off, or you just don't know what the next step to take is, maybe you're overwhelmed by the technology, this is exactly what the Academy is going to help with. So we're going to be doing a live class. We're going to have technical tutorials to show you how to set up all of your accounts and wallets, purchasing crypto, transferring, taking payments for your business, and then using all that to generate decentralized compounding interest on the blockchain so you can actually put your assets to use and get the sovereignty of crypto, which is what it's all about and why I am so in favor of cryptocurrency, because it is the future of money. It is the future of sovereignty of our finances, where we actually own what we own within the digital space, and it's going to back up and support all of our physical assets like gold and silver and our other forms of value. So if you want to join the Conscious Crypto Academy, click the link in the bio and you can learn more about how to join us and all of our coaching calls that we're going to be hosting. So let's get into it. Today, actually, right after I had the idea to post this video, Tucker Carlson came out, posted this video confirming, this is just 2 hours ago, that he is in fact doing an interview with Vladimir Putin. So this was rumored over the last couple days when Tucker was photographed in Moscow and then actually going to the palace and leaving about an hour later. So, very obviously doing an interview with Putin. This has been something that he has been outspoken about wanting to do for quite some time. And in this clip here, which you can go watch on his X account, he talks about how he was actually spied upon by the current administration and how text messages were leaked to the media, all in an attempt to prevent him from going out and doing this interview. And now, apparently, those same groups are trying to call for his arrest or some other form of punishment, whatever they can try to muster, because obviously they're very scared about what this interview could expose. And I'm really looking forward to this because Putin has been very outspoken about a number of different things going on within our political, society at the moment, and straight up calling out a lot of the things that I can't even talk about on this YouTube channel without getting, messed with. So it's going to be very interesting. He says it's going to be available on his website for free and then posted on X afterwards. At this point in time that I'm recording this, it's not out yet, but I'm hoping that within the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to get this interview. And I wonder what it's going to do to the internet, right? I have Starlink because I feel like at some point there is going to be a moment where the terrestrial internet is shut down in an attempt to prevent information from getting out. So that's one of the reasons why I have a Starlink, because I believe, just like with crypto being the new financial system, I believe Starlink is the new internet system, where even if they shut down the terrestrial, lines and the undersea cables, all the fiber optic cables that communicate and, allow the internet to operate between countries on the ground level, if they take that out for whatever reason, Starlink is going to keep operating, and only the people who have Starlinks are going to be able to use the internet at that point. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be that moment, but it feels like we've been nearing that moment where they're going to try to shut down some of those comms in an attempt to prevent information from getting out. So in other, revolutionary news, the farmers have continued their uprising. So I covered this in a video, on my channel just a couple videos ago. We were talking about all the different European countries that are now joining in on the uprising throughout Europe. So it started with Germany. Well, maybe not started, but Germany got really popular and was blowing up in the Western side of the internet. And now we're seeing all these other countries start to participate as well. So this one is the Italian farmers here setting up a blockade to the airport in Milan. Here we have the Dutch farmers still protesting in the Netherlands, where essentially, I guess the government was planning to seize around 3,000 farms to meet the 2030 climate agenda goal. And then here we have Spanish farmers now joining the European-wide protests. And that's in addition to Germany, Portugal, and a bunch of other countries. I can't even name them all, but there's been many, many European farmers that have been uprising, and these videos are just like mind-blowing. It's crazy because we're not really hearing about it much out here in the United States, and I'm assuming the other Western countries. But thank goodness for X that has been able to get the word out and been, posting videos and updates of what's been going on out there. So I'm going to keep up to date with that, and I'll share anything that I hear on that front from you guys. But overall, we're seeing this global sentiment really start to come to the surface. I obviously talk about crypto a lot and how crypto is shaping the foundations of these changes. And, this makes me think of the Canadian trucker protest, which I talked about in the last video too, where when the Canadian truckers went to go protest the lockdowns during, the crazy event that happened that I can't even name, they were censored financially on all fronts. The only way that they were able to conduct commerce remotely was with cryptocurrency. So they shut down their banks. And then this is the government. They shut down their banks. They shut down their all their third-party financial apps, anything that you would have a login for that's centralized, that you don't actually own the money. They shut that all down. And that's why crypto is so important, because that was like the ultimate proof of concept when we saw the truckers have to use their private crypto wallets in order to fund each other, because even the crypto exchanges where you buy the crypto, which are basically just banks, those got shut down too. So having your crypto on a wallet is so, so important, because I think it's going to continue to play an important role in these uprisings, especially as the powers that be / were continue to censor the masses. So that's why I'm so, so in favor of crypto and educating yourself and preparing now, because honestly, in my opinion, the riskiest place to keep your money is in the bank or is in any of these third-party financial apps. Anywhere that is a centralized company that you're storing your money with them, whether it be a bank or a Venmo or a Cash App or whatever, if you're holding money with them, they have the legal right to take that money, right? It's their money. It's not your money. So that's what led me to crypto in the first place, is it was the only place to store digital value where you have a sovereign claim over it, where Big Brother, where whoever can't come stick their hand in your pocket and take what they want because they disagree with what you're speaking about or what you're trying to protest or what you're trying to do. So crypto is foundational to the new energies that we're moving into the new earth. It represents the decentralized financial economy and bringing back sovereignty, having an actual sovereign claim over what is yours, where, at the moment when you're holding your money in the bank and all these other places, you're just inviting Big Brother to come in and mess with it. And you don't actually own value. So whatever you have in the bank, you don't own that. Whatever you have in these apps, you don't own that. The only way that you actually own what you own is either with precious metals or with cryptocurrency or things of the like, right? Where you either have it physically or you have your crypto on a private wallet where you actually own it. Otherwise, you don't own what you own. And that might be kind of a scary realization to go, whoa, I have all this money in the bank, have all this money in stocks, and they can just take that at a moment's notice, right? And we've seen that happen time and time again. So please, let this be your wake-up call. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until the dollar is devalued. Don't wait until your stocks drop to nothing. That is all going to be coming over to the blockchain. And that's what's already happening on the blockchain and what we're teaching. All of these traditional assets are getting tokenized on the blockchain to the point where you're going to be able to keep your stocks and your other things in your private crypto wallets and then spend them at the store like you would spend normal money. That's where we're going right now. That's what's being developed and what we're teaching in the academy. So if you want to join, again, click the link down below. And then finally, the king, the palace has announced that the king has been diagnosed with cancer. So this is wild too, because this is the kind of thing that you would suspect that they would want to keep on the DL, right? They don't have to come out and say, oh, the king has cancer. That's the kind of thing traditionally that they would just wait until he died And then they would say, oh, he had cancer, nobody knew, blah, 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 or we knew and we were helping him, but we didn't announce it. So the fact that they are already announcing that he has cancer, which apparently was the day after his exam, I guess he had a prostate exam or something, and they're saying it's not prostate cancer, or maybe it was colon exam, whatever it was. He went for an exam and they said he had cancer, but not in the place they looked. But they announced it the day after he had that exam, which just tells you this is some kind of political move. You know, whatever is going on in the greater movie script that we're seeing here, this is definitely a planned narrative, right? That's why they told you immediately. So what I see from this is that they're already shifting the power structure. They're already kind of priming the public that the king is moving on his way out. And then what's going to happen after that? I don't know. Are they going to bring in the next, line of the royalty? Or are they going to completely dismantle the crown? And this is the beginning of the greater positive agenda at play of restructuring what we're seeing and decentralizing these power structures like we're seeing within cryptocurrency. So that's really all I had to update today. We're going to see how this stuff develops over the next few days and weeks. But again, join the Conscious Crypto Academy if you're ready to actually start having sovereignty. Because if you're keeping your money in the bank, you're keeping your money in these places, you don't own it. And I hope it doesn't come to this, but there might be a day soon where you don't have access to those funds anymore, where your accounts are locked, where you're censored out of what you thought was your money. So it's time to put your money in the place where you actually own it and where you're investing in the new financial system and in the abundance that's going to come out of the flowering of this new financial system. So if that resonates with you and you want to have me as a coach, I'd love to have you in our container. Click the link down below to join, and you can learn all about what's included in the program and what you're going to get and what we cover, and everything is explained in that link down below. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.